Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cohen. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Newton. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Greg! Watch the safety, Greg! Watch the ship! Watch the ship! Hey, watch the ship!
The shotgun snap for Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Yeah, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
There's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Tighten up. Pull together.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Mariota, a screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Grant Haley in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
What's that? Look at him.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he'll find Hall. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
A gain of 15. First down, Denver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Newton. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
36. Banjo. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. I got him. Slam.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready? Check. Watch the before. All day, baby. All day.
Out of the gun, Newton. That is caught by Cohen. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And the Broncos first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Johnson, and an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
This is Cohen. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready? 180.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Great.
2nd and 5 now. Newton. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Broncos 7, Chiefs 0. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
We own them.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
42. No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Don't be scared of it.
On third down, Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Express! I'm scared. Express! Mike 52. Switch up, switch up. Joker, 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 Joker. Switch. 8, 8. Watch 20. Check 26, check 20.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Get that quarterback. 8, 8. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
To throw again. Newton fighting through pressure. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
3.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Mariota to throw it. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing is Mariota. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point up and through, and it's now 14-0.
14, Chiefs,
now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Mariota gonna let one fly for Robinson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Gun. Check 52, check. Check 52 to mine. I'm coming. Alert 3. Alert 8. Shift. 8. Hey, watch it. Express.
Now it's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for KC. 51 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 27-yard line.
Move on. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota letting one go deep for the... And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was third down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you with him? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
20.
To try again after the sack. Newton. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Newton on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 57.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mariota now going up top. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Cohen. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now Newton on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Newton now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
52. Gun.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Right to the 3.
On first down, Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Check 53's mine. Bandit.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He was taken down by Taylor Fuller. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. On 2nd and 2, Mariota. He finds Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over.
Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 3. 43 is the mic.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mariota from the gun on third down. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction, because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check 52. Check 3. 20. Check 3. Express.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On second down now, it's Cohen. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
I'm here. Right there. 54, right there. Right there. Stop, yo. Get it.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Going to take a shot for Gallup. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Michael Gallup with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Check, check, Lucky. Great. Here we go.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos push further out in front. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Newton's going to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Mike 28. I'm here all day.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
And it's 3rd down. Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits.